Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. We are here for about 2 to 2.5 hours, and we will be doing 30-minute sprints and then chatting in between. So I'll go through my spiel, but most of you guys who hop on know me. I'm Holly, the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is releasing November 5th, 2024. If you submit your pre-order receipt, you get these awesome character art cards. Yes. And I just posted a fun reel today on Instagram with one of the authors who blurbed my book, which is Kim Chance, who's like a fellow friend and author. So go check that out. And if you're here, let us know where you're going to be working on tonight. I will be working on the sequel. Writing the first draft. I just passed the 25K mark, so I will be trying to write more words. And then I have a special guest here for the first time. You'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, yes, Holly. First off, thank you so much for having me. I'm like, let me point towards this
I know, I always mess it up.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kauffman. I am a daily writing live streamer. I have been going strong with daily writing streams now for 190 days of consecutive writing streams. I challenged myself in December. Can I write for 20 to 30 minutes a day for 1 year? So far, 190 days in, and that seems to be the case. I have this really weird, crazy belief that the entire writing process, brainstorming, writing, and editing, can be both fun and easy with the right framework. So that's my weirdness. Today, I'm working on my novel Last Scarecrow. I'm like super excited. It's like the coolest book ever. It'll be a bestseller, I promise. Let's see. I'm at the 120,000 word mark, and we're about 85% of the way in. I'm actually writing like the epic climax. It's like a post-apocalyptic fairy tale that is a modern post-apocalyptic story of the Wizard of Oz. So much more exciting.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Yes, and Kauffman, his YouTube channel, and I think I have your website, yes, are linked down below. So please give him a follow. Super cool that he's like writing on screen for everyone to see. And I like the way the Wizard of Oz, like, that sounds so cool.
I know, it's funny. I think I'm one of the few streamers out there, or few writers, who actually put my writing on the screen itself.
Yeah,
I don't think so many times in the beginning, my family was like, "It's gonna get stolen." And I'm like, "No, but I can prove it's mine. I have X amount of streams to prove it."
Yeah, and it's like, you don't have to worry about that because, yeah, you've got your proof, and no one can write that, and that's the first draft, and if you edit it or do any changes, like, no one can make it exactly like you're gonna make it.
Exactly. I'm of the belief I'm the only Kauffman in the world who can write this story.
Yes. We have Janine here. Hi, Janine. Hello.
Hey, Janine.
I know you were taking a little bit of a hiatus from, I don't know if it was just social media or from like working on your project, but I hope things are going well, and let us know what you're going to be working on tonight. And I am going to pull up our kitty race timer while we finish going through our comments. I wasn't here last week because I had my physical therapy appointment, and so I felt bad. I'm like, no, my tradition of Monday nights.
So obviously that means you have to make up for 2 weeks worth of sprints.
I know.
So that means we're doing 6 sprints today then, right?
You're right. Well, and then Morgan, I think her name is Morgan Lee, the author tuber, on Saturday. She did a 12-hour-ish stream, and it ended up being around 10 hours. But like, she's like, I have deadlines, and I didn't get to hop on, but I was like, I kind of should do like like a 10K day like stream to just try to like
Interesting.
write
She
all
was an
day.
author who she did a 12-hour stream.
Yeah. It ended
How
up being
was it?
like 10 hours. It seemed like she made a lot of progress, and
Mm-hmm.
since she ended early, she probably was like, I'm done. You know?
That was
So
originally my goal. Originally, when we did my my 6-hour stream last week, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like a 12-hour writing stream. I'm just gonna invite
yes.
everybody. And then I was like, can I talk for 12 hours? And I was like, okay, I'll try 6 first.
Yeah, that seemed a lot more manageable. That's probably what I would do. And then if I go longer, like I'll be like,
If I go
oh.
longer past 6, and I'm like, okay, we'll just call that a success.
Ooh, working on your newsletter. I just came out with my newsletter yesterday. That was something I was like,
Ooh.
last time I came out with one is April. I don't want people to forget about me. I want to give them updates. So that's fun. Doing limited social media posts. Yeah. And yeah, I believe it's more, I gotta like check and make sure it's, that's her name. Oh my God. I was typing in AuthorTube instead of YouTube. This is hilarious.
What's AuthorTube? What is that?
Morgan Lee author. Let's see if that comes up. Yes, Morgan Lee. Yes, the author of Seed Among the Thorns. Okay. I really want to do.
What was the name? Morgan Lee.
Morgan Lee, Lee.
Morgan Lee. Awesome. I'm gonna save that and check them out later.
Yeah, Seed Among the Thorns. I think she's self-published, and she just came out with for the AuthorTube writing conference that happened 1 or 2 weeks ago. Her video was self-published for under $100, which I was like, oh, intriguing.
Ooh.
Hi, Al. Hello. Al is voting for his cat already. Yes, please vote for the cat you think is going to win the first sprint, which we will get started on soon.
Holly, I've never voted on one of these cats before. How do I vote on a cat?
Yes, you can vote for a color or a number. Okay. It's okay if you vote for the same one that someone voted for. That's okay.
What if I want to vote for cat number 8?
1 through 7. Because someone's going to win, and it's only 1 through 7.
You're like, Kauffman, if you're seeing 8 cats, we might have a different problem here.
The last stream will have 30 cats, so you can vote for number 8 then.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to vote for number 31.
No. I'm sorry, you've lost. I think I'm going to vote for number 1. I don't know. He's sticking out to me.
I'm like, which one is the most adorable? I think 7 is the most adorable.
Yes.
So I'm going with number 7.
I love Bluey. Yes.
Oh, that's the yes. Bluey's that's the little nickname. I'm like, go Bluey, you can do it. Yes, I believe Bluey. In you.
And 1, I even forget what I named that one.
Do each of them have names?
Yes, because 4 is Snowball, 5 is Ginger, 3 is Zuko because my black cat is named Zuko.
Oh, that was Avatar, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
And 2 and 6, I can't remember which. I think 2 is Ash and 6 is Smokey.
Oh.
And then if anyone can remind me what 1 is called.
1 is called Winner.
Yes. And we have someone from Kauffman's.
Hey, what's up, John? Thanks for stopping by, my man.
Hi, John. He's voting for Ginger. Yes.
Woo! John, we vote on cats during the while we're writing in this stream. So I feel like my cat's gonna win. I'm Bluey, number 7.
Yes. Newsletters do take a lot of time. I tried to be fast with mine. I was just like, just go. Use your template. Go. Should I add another song to the songs I'm currently listening to? No, just do 2.
Oh my God. Yeah. I've literally just started creating music for my streams. I started a couple weeks ago. Nice. Of like creating like AI type music. It's kind of crazy. Sometimes they come out really good and sometimes they really suck.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool to see. Hi, Marcella. Just tuned in. Not sure what's going on. We're just chatting. Every sprint, I have this kitty race timer up, and we get to vote for which cat we think is going to win the race, either color or number. One of them needs to be Hermes. Well, number 1 is Hermes then. Number 1 is Hermes.
Holly, so about a month ago, I tried something new with the community, and
Yeah.
for 4 weeks, we wrote a story together. We basically developed a story about Hermes the cat, and we developed the world, the characters, the plot, and all the things. And the end all story ended up being called Hermes the Cat Lost in Purgatory. And it was
Oh,
how Hermes wakes up in purgatory amongst a bunch of like alligators and devils and has to work through the 9 levels of purgatory with
oh.
his like sidekick the mouse to escape and use coins, and it was like a whole thing. I'm like, my community loved it. So I'm like, yes, I'm glad you called out Hermes, Marcella.
That's amazing. What color was Hermes?
Uh, I
Here.
think I think we ended up going Hermes as a black. I want to say it was
Uh-huh.
like, but Hermes. So he had 9 lives throughout when he was alive, and each life he was a different cat. So then in
Oh,
Purgatory, it's him trying to remember each of his lives on each level.
wait, that's kind of amazing. Is there a
I know,
link?
right?
Yes, oh my gosh, I want to read this. I want to read about Hermes the cat lost in purgatory.
The prize is catnip.
The cats will race after a ball of yarn. So, chicken race. I don't want to forget to comment on your comment, Janine. We were just going. I wanted to stick to the topic we were on, but I'm sorry that you're hating your writing, and I really hope that
Aw.
this kind of little break will get you back. Yeah, I'm glad you're gaining a little bit of confidence, but everyone has that like self-doubt and like where you're second guessing yourself, and it's like, yes, Janine, you are a writer, yes, like you are succeeding because like you're going through the ups and downs that writers go through. So like I'm proud of you because you're not giving up, and you're still going, you're taking the break that you needed, and then you're getting back into it like in your own time. So I think you're doing exactly what you need to do.
Yeah, and Janine, if you really hate your writing, or if there's like a section of your story that you're on, and like maybe you were super inspired originally, but now you're here, or maybe you're stressed, or whatever it is, the beautiful thing is, here's the secret. At the end of the day, it's your story, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If there's a section of your story you don't like, change it, get rid of it, start over. And let's say you've written like 200,000 words of a story and there's a part you don't like, change it. When I get stuck, I just try something that sounds so much fun. Even if it doesn't work in the core story, I can always revise it in later drafts. And like I was working on my story Last Scarecrow, there's a part I was so bored at. So I basically deleted the chapter and I'm like, what animals do I really love? I love dragons. I'm going to put dragons in this chapter. And I was like, I'll make it work later on.
I love that. I love that. Great advice. You've got support, Janine.
Mhm.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to start this first sprint. And for those of you who are new, I don't have music, so feel free to play music that you like. And we will get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
Ooh.
Don't stare at the cats for too long.
Bluey, you can do it. I believe in Hermes too.
All right. Hopefully that wasn't
Aw.
too loud. Number 2 won. Did anyone vote for Ash?
Aw, Bluey, you were so close.
Bluey. Oh, I'm like second to last.
You and me are in the second to last two places.
um, John said these cats are all too physically fit for me. Rigged. So that's hilarious. But okay, which means that 5. Because he was the next one. So Ginger won. Who voted for? Oh yeah, it was John. Okay, cool. Okay, John, you
John
won.
You
I
won
don't know
by
if he's still
default. You
here.
get second
He said
place.
later. I don't know if that meant he left, but bye or hi if you're still here. Zuko wanted to make a cameo, so Zuko's here.
Did you just say a cameo?
Yes. Sometimes I say a cat meow or a cat. You can go either way. A cat meow or a cameo. So yeah. I swear I'm not a crazy cat lady.
I feel like Zuko wanted to be involved. Was Zuko helping you, Zuko, your muse with your writing?
Yeah, he was going all over me, so sometimes I have him sit on the back of the chair because I'll have to like write around him. And I had a cat in like the first story I wrote in like 2015. So I'm like, man, I need to bring a cat back into my stories because that would be fun. So yeah, let us know how you did, everyone. I'm gonna count up my words. How was it writing without being on having it on the screen and having your music and stuff?
It was so strange. You know, I was like 5 minutes into the sprint and I'm like, dang, something's missing. So I went into my old studio and pulled up the music that I always listen to.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, it's hard to be in silence.
I was like, I could listen to any music in the world, but I'm like, all right, I'm just going to channel the normal music writing vibe. Oh my God. Do you usually count your words see how much you got during each sprint?
I do. I usually do. Yeah.
That's actually really smart. I'm curious, what word program do you use? Or like, what do you use to write?
Yeah, I just use Word. And then
yeah,
my
same here.
laptop, I use Google Docs because I don't have Word on there. So
it's interesting because there's probably some really great writing programs out there, but I would say like the majority of writers that I see tend to use Google Docs or Microsoft Word.
Yeah, and I think because like a lot of like if I'm gonna send my work to like beta readers or critique partners, like most of the time they also have Word, and like it's easy for like the track changes and stuff. So
yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, but I have wanted to dabble in for like my next story like series. I want to try using Scrivener. I don't know if you've heard of Scrivener.
I have on my radar, I have about 4 or 5 different writing programs. Scrivener is one of them. As I finish the rough draft of Last Scarecrow, I'm asking myself, how do I include the audience in going through the edits and the rewrite? I think I'm going to partner with a writing software, and I'm gonna try. I don't know which one to do yet because there's a couple out there, but I'm like, I feel like I need to create something that can still be visually engaging, where I can like show the storytelling, but then also where I can start showing like more of the development behind the character building, the world, and all the other stuff.
Cool. I love that.
I've definitely heard some great things about Scrivener though before, and I know that one's been Scrivener is a little more established.
I know it's one that like you can do the basics or you can go really like detailed, and there's kind of like a learning curve. So I feel like if you kind of you can get over the initial hump and learn the basics, and then there's like more features that maybe as you become comfortable you can like
that makes sense.
Add on, because like that's me. I'm like, I feel intimidated by this. So, you know, I've only ever used Word, so it seems like scary. And I ever since like high school, I always had a fear of losing my work because I would
Oof.
hear about other people like, oh, I
It's happened to the best of us.
whole manuscript and all this stuff. So I am a save freak, and then I email it to myself, and then like I save it to my external hard drive, and like because I'm just so paranoid. I'm like, I work too hard to lose this. So I'm just I need to make sure that I can trust Scrivener with my work. And I know that I can like back it up, but I think like but I feel like I'd be backing it up like every like sprint.
I mean, but that's what you should do. You should save
Yeah.
and back up consistently. I lost, I want to say, about 6 months of worth of work at one point in time.
No.
Yeah. And then I just like went into like a depressed, like, I'm not going to write for a month. And
That's what I'm
that
scared about.
sucks. And then you hit that point where I'm like, okay, I wanted to go back to it, but I'm like, what I had was so good. And at that point in my life, I couldn't pull myself out of the funk.
Wow.
But you know what's crazy is I actually saved it on 2 separate sources, and neither of the sources worked.
That is so evil. What?
I know.
Oh
I know.
gosh. Apparently Word ate your word. That is crazy.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I save all my stuff now on multiple sources, knowing that. But I know, like with Word, I haven't had too many problems with it personally. But I know sometimes when I load up the file, sometimes I think like the longer I'm getting into it, and I'm at almost 130,000 words. The longer I get into it, the more like sometimes it doesn't format correctly, or it seems like it struggles loading certain sections.
Yeah,
I didn't have that same problem under 100K. It's been happening more since I've been over 100K. I'm wondering if that's to do with the file size.
See, I haven't written something over 100K since that first novel. I think it was like one Renakori realm. I think it was like 130K, and then I got it down. Like I edited it down to like 99K because I was like, wait, like agents don't want a huge book for my debut. I'll make it 99.
Wait, how long is Diamond Bride and Broken?
It is 77K.
Okay, that's not too bad. But I mean, like it's young adult though, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's probably pretty common for that market.
Right. Yeah. So I would like it to be maybe like between 80 to 100 to be a little beefier, which I feel like the sequel will be. So that'll be kind of nice.
Usually that's pretty common though. Like a lot of times in series, the first one always seems to be the smallest, and then you get far into these series and each one gets progressively bigger as you progress.
It's fun. I was talking to my critique partner because we were sprinting just on Discord by ourselves yesterday, but she was like, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought.
You and your critique partner on Discord.
What were we
sprinting?
About the word count. Oh my gosh. I just
losing work, word count, sprint partner, Diamond Bride and Broken, writing, procrastination, writer's block, Scrivener, Hermes the cat, Zuko the cat.
I lost it. Oh my gosh. I haven't had that in a long time. And that means I have too many things in my brain. Oh my gosh. Well, oh well. That means it wasn't important.
That's good. It'll come back in 2 hours.
Yeah, it'll come back like as we start the next sprint. Which this one I got 374. So
374 words in that sprint.
Yeah, just not too bad.
That's interesting. Whenever I start a new writing session, I always start it off with reviewing the last section I wrote. Nice. So I actually start off with a pseudo edit. And it's more just a minor to get myself back into it. But it's more just like changing small things. And if there's something major, then it just gets added to the second draft for me personally.
Yeah, I like that.
I never checked the per sprint word count. I'm going to check that.
I know some people have done that where, what do they call it? Like ladder sprints or something like that, where you try to like beat your word count with every sprint. So like the next sprint, I'm going to try to write more than 374 words. Like, I forget what it's called. Let me know if anyone remembers what those are called, like ladder sprints or something.
I think I did. It looks like about maybe 400 words and some editing. So editing and about 400.
Cool. Janine said, one thing I'm looking for is Black narrators for an audiobook. Is there anywhere I should look? Ooh, I know there are a lot of audiobook narrators that are on Instagram, because like when I've seen people with their audiobooks come out, they've tagged the narrator. So I don't know if there's like a list or a
Yeah,
hashtag.
Janine, I would just suggest like go on socials, whatever social channel you use, whether that's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and just put out a post basically asking for Black narrators. Maybe give like a brief like one-liner about your book, and say that you're looking for an audiobook. Maybe list what your budget is and what you're looking for, and I'm sure you'll get 50 people who want to who want to narrate, and then you just got to do your research on who looks like they're the most credible and is willing to work within your budget.
Yeah, I know when my friend was looking for audiobook narrators, it was Brittany Wang, Janine, I know you know her. She was oh, Astrid. Okay, hi. You want to say hi too? Okay.
Aww.
A dog meow. Okay.
Hi, Astrid.
Hi, girly. Okay. Yes, yes. I don't
She
have
wants attention too.
for children, not real children. But she had she picked a couple narrators and then gave them like her description of what she like thought their voices would be like, the people's like personality, and then they kind of did like a test run, and so then she picked who she liked the best, which was Talon. Yes, no, not saying that you need to pick Talon, but just that she had people like do a kind of test run, which I think they do for free, so that you can see who you like the best and who you think is like exemplifying that character.
What is Talon? Is Talon an individual, or is that Talon?
Yeah, Talon is an audiobook narrator. Yeah.
An audio, gotcha.
Yeah, that one of our friends had hired for her audiobook. So which has like 5 different POVs. So she did a really good job. But I like your advice, Kauffman. So hi, the Desolate Reader, working on story structure for a fanfic. That sounds fun.
I like your name, by the way, the Desolate Reader. I feel like there's a story within your name, by the way.
Yeah. And what kind of fanfic are you writing? Because yeah, that's what I started doing, was writing fanfics. That's
Holly, on my show, show on Saturday. So Saturday, my stream is the story and critique show where I read stories from the community. One of the stories that got submitted at the end was a fan fiction, and I don't read any of them beforehand. I just pop straight into it and keep it as a fresh experience. Well, I'm reading through this story and I'm like so confused what it is as I'm getting into it, but it's like very cutesy and it's very upbeat. And I finally get like 75% of the way through this reading, and I'm like, is this My Little Pony? And I was like, it was a My Little Pony fan fiction. And then I was so lost until I got close to the end. And then of course, like I do live critiques for it afterwards. And I like finished the critique, and I've probably done like 100 stories by this point over the past couple of months. And this is the first one where I got to the end, and I'm like, I don't know because I know nothing about the universe, right? And like there's a whole audience, there's a whole market for it, but I was like, yes. I knew nothing about it, and there were so many references to the genre. Like if you give me something like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel, something that I'm like familiar with, that'd be one thing. But like fan fiction relies very heavily on you knowing the universe. But I think it's great for a lot of beginning writers because you don't have to create a world. You don't have to create all these logistics. Fan fiction is the perfect entryway if you just want to practice character development.
Yes. And that's what I did. Like I was writing fanfics of Kingdom Hearts, and then I was like, I like knew them so well. Sora, Riku, Kairi, like I got in their heads, and I wrote so many like one shots, and like because it could get deep with them. Like
I know. Okay, wait. Who is your favorite Kingdom Hearts character of all time? I have to know this.
Oh gosh, that's hard. I think well, for writing, I would say Riku, because I was able to get like really deep and dark, which like I am not a dark person, so I really like like writing villains or like just getting deep. But Sora is just like the classic. Like he's just like
I don't
such a
know.
likable like hero.
I know. He as he grows throughout all the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yes.
I think my favorite still continues to be either Goofy or Donald.
Oh
I
my
don't know why.
gosh.
Just how they were brought to life in the series was fun.
Yes, yes. They like stole the show, so but and I did name my dog that I had, her name was Kyrie. So we
Aw. Aw. That's
were
so sweet.
um a creepy pasta fandom. Oh yeah, the internet horse. I
Right.
forgot.
In the
That's what you're
creepy pasta fandom, their internet horror stories. That's interesting.
internet.
I love horror. Horror stories are so much fun to read through. Yeah,
Yes,
I'd say
yes.
it's interesting. I always assume like people will submit fantasy for me because I'm generally fantasy, but I generally tend to get a mix of like horror and sci-fi and then fantasy and romance. For some
Yes.
reason, people love horror stories the most. Like suspense horror, like that's the one that people love to listen to. And I'm like, oh, clearly it's a mystery. We need mystery in our lives.
I love that. And that's what I was realizing like um some of my like the fantasies that like have really stood out to me are ones that like, oh, there's it could have been like a mystery story because there's just underlying like mystery or like there's like a thriller aspect to the fantasy, and I was like, ooh,
Mhm.
I need to include that like in my next like YA fantasy because that's just it kind of just adds that extra element. I'm gonna pull up the kitty race timer while we go through the rest of the I know we've been chatting a lot, but we've been having such a great discussion.
Oh,
Just
I
wanted
know.
to say
Although
that
I do want to know about creepypasta fandom now. I'm definitely gonna
yes.
check it out.
Janine's last draft was 160K. That's crazy. Got it down to. I'm hoping to cut it down to like 120, 130. I think that that's like really,
Woo!
yeah,
Yay!
really good. Um, and then I misspoke. Yes, I'm sorry, Janine. Brittany's book is one POV, but Talon like speaks in the voices of the other characters, like 5 other characters. Um, so sorry. Yes, there is one POV. I think in the sequel she's actually gonna have the other characters because there's like 5 like fairy clans and like 5 fae like heirs to this to the throne. So um I think she'll have like all their POVs, which will be cool. Oh, but yeah, so let us know which cat you think is going to win the second race, 1 through 7. They're mixed up now. The last sprint will have more. Um, but you can pick the same color or number as you did before. Marcella says, these past couple days I've been brainstorming a lot for the second book in my series. Nice. With its help, I was able to fill out a whole Dan Harmon plot embryo for my main character. Now brainstorming for her friend's B plot. Ooh, super productive. Oh, I see. Okay, I think Astrid has to go out. That's why she rang the bells. Okay, I see you, girly. Okay, I'll let you go potty. We will start this sprint. Um, it definitely helped me to narrow down the themes and the lies yes, the lie she believes in.
Woo!
Perfect.
And Marcella has a really cool world. She's creating like a story with like dolls, and it's like a whole thing on like that like these dolls come to life, and it's a really
Ooh.
fun universe she's been creating. She's been talking about it a lot.
Oh, that's so
Mhm.
cool. I just need to read everyone's books, okay? Just like drop the links when you're
Everyone send your stories.
I'm gonna go with number 4, Hermes. Now he's my
Mm.
bud.
Aw. I still believe in Bluey number 6. I think
Yes.
he's gonna make a comeback this time.
Okay, great. Well, we will start the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Whoa, that was a slow toss. Okay, there we go. Oh no, my like camera froze. Oh, at least I don't have a completely ridiculous look.
You should just do that for the next 2 hours.
Oh my god, please no. I am
You
concentrating
look
way
very
too
determined.
hard.
You look like you're determined to write. You're like focusing on like the biggest like plot thread of this character, or you're concerned.
I know, I must have been like really. Oh my gosh, let me leave and come back. Let me. I think that's okay if I do that. Hold on, because this is
It was
not
like
okay.
I forgot with StreamYard what no, yeah, StreamYard holds it open. You can leave and come back.
Yeah, because
I
I
have no live
remember.
streaming experience, so I'll try to handle it in your absence.
Thanks. Yeah, because there was once where Oliver jumped on my monitor or on my computer and pressed the off button. So it turned my computer off. So I thought like but when I came back, everyone was just like chilling, talking. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about StreamYard is that it keeps the streaming server open, whether or not you're if you get disconnected.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll come back.
Mm-hmm. Woo. Oh man, my cat didn't make it. Bluey got even in an even worse place. Okay, so it looks like we lost our cats. Aw, my cat didn't make it. I was so sad. Aw, that's sad face. I actually got, oh my goodness, I got some really good work on my story that time too.
Okay, I'm back.
Really good. We lost the screen share, but I was like, Bluey didn't make it.
No.
I was like, I thought Bluey would do better. He got even worse that time.
Oh no. Oh my
like, no.
God. I did a little better that time. Ginger keeps taking second place.
Dang, Ginger's doing good.
Yeah. Well, no, 2 people voted for 7. So.
Dang, which one was 5?
5. I don't think anyone voted for Ash. Yeah.
Oh, poor Ash. Not making it. Bluey and Hermes are friends though.
Yes. I love that I named him Hermes, or you guys named him Hermes. Yeah, I didn't actually get any words that sprint because I let Astrid out, and then I wanted to double check the car that I was looking at since I need to get a new car because from being rear-ended, my car was marked as totaled, and so I had an appointment for tomorrow to look at a car, but I'm trying to look. I finally learned that there's that continuous variable transmission is a thing, and apparently they're bad because it can leak fluid and damage the engine, which apparently my car was like that. People were like, wow, I'm surprised your car lasted 166,000 miles. But anyway, so now I'm trying to avoid CVTs and just look for like automatic transmission. But so this car that I was going to look at tomorrow said automatic, but I was like, let me just look. And then I'm like looking at, and I'm like, no, other sites say it's like a CVT.
So are you getting a new transmission or a new car?
A new car.
Yeah. And I'm in the same process. My car died on me right after I moved.
No. Oh no.
And it was so ridiculous. Literally a week after I moved, my car broke down. But there was a problem inside the engine, so we had to tow it a couple hours to the major city. And it sat in that parking lot for like over 2 months because they were backed up on that specific type of problem.
No.
And then it took them another 2 months to diagnose that they couldn't solve the problem, and it wouldn't be covered by the warranty for the defect.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was fun. So I'm like, add that to the list of things to invest in. Reliable transportation.
Yes. Yeah, thankfully, like we have another car, but I'm like, we need 2 cars. Like I can't. Like I'll be like, oh well, you'll drop me off here, and then you'll go to that, and then after that, then you'll pick me back up, and I'm like, we can't do this, no. But yeah, so then I texted the guy. I'm like, is it automatic or CVT transmission? He's like, yeah, it's CVT. So I'm like, well, I need to cancel my appointment. I'm like, so then I was like freaking out and like, not freaking out, but I was just like, oh, I guess I need to look at other cars. So anyway, so I got 0 words. That sprint, but I was doing very important things. So.
I made great progress with my story. Not
Nice.
a lot of words, but I'm literally writing like the climax scene.
Oh my
Like,
gosh. And that's
literally
just like,
writing the climax scene between
what?
this like scarecrow figure, which is the main character, and
Yeah.
then the antagonist, which is the first demon.
Oh
And
my
the first
God.
demon's very like a maniacal character that kind of like chants off like random sayings throughout the course of history. And it's very like spontaneous. So this like fight is just crazy.
Whoa.
Like
Oh my gosh. That's like the part that everyone wants to write, you know, is like to get to the
exactly.
climax. Oh, that's
Exactly. And I'm just
amazing.
like trying to make sure I get like the actions right. And you know that gotta say like the evil things at the right time. And you know what? The foreshadowing and some big reveals and all that jazz. You guys know. Anyone who's written a climax for their book knows how much fun it is.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. Yeah, you guys definitely need to follow Kauffman because like getting to see him write it in real time is really cool. And you said you might like read the climax.
I might, I mean, I was thinking about it because I've been, right, like I said, 190 days of writing streams. I
Yeah.
actually started this story last Scarecrow as a one-page free write back in January. Because I pull up random pictures sometimes and I do free writes. And there was a part of it that kind of looked like a scarecrow. But now that I look back at it, I don't think it's a scarecrow. I think my mind thought it
Oh
was.
my
But then
god.
that like one-page free write became like 5 pages and then 10 pages. And by the time I got about 30 to 40 pages into it, this is about halfway through January, I realized I'm like, you know what? There's actually some themes here that I could really explore. And now 100 and almost 30,000 words later, I've had so much of my community like come and go throughout like different portions of the story. And I've been
Yeah.
asking myself, I'm like, is there a way for me to be able to like show them at least like the big reveals? So like I think I might format a specific stream around maybe like reading a section of the climax.
Yeah. Oh,
I thought that would be
that's
super
so
cool. So that way
cool.
anybody who wants to see what happens to Scarecrow.
I love hearing how someone like comes up with an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I was like, oh, look at this thumbnail of a girl crying like on YouTube as I'm browsing in the morning, and then that was like the seed of the idea.
Well, I
So
absolutely love the power. I love that magic ability for Diamond Bride and Broken. And
thank you.
I really want to know. I'm like so curious to know more how you use that ability and how it like evolves over the story. You've
Yes,
like definitely got me signed up for a pre-order.
well, I have to read the sequel because that's definitely where her power grows. I'll
Okay.
just
Okay.
foreshadow.
Okay. So
Yes.
that's when the diamonds become
More power.
a rainstorm of diamonds. Magic diamond
Oh,
power.
oh,
Torrential diamond
torrential downpour.
torrential diamond pour.
Oh my god, I love that. Giving me ideas here.
You guys saw
Oh,
it first here on this episode of Monday Motivation.
wait, Lord of the Flies was anti-fan fiction written out of spite?
Yeah, I was saying that. I was like, I was so surprised by that. I'm like,
Seriously?
I said, I love Lord of the Flies. That was one of those like classics I read when I was super young.
That's super. Yeah, I remember reading that in school. Um, Janine, I'm trying to think. I listened to an audiobook. Oh, you know who it is? But it's for like a trad pub book. But maybe she does like indie books too. Is the narrator of the Here, I'm
It
gonna
looks
put
like
it in
she's
the.
looking for somebody that has a specific or can do a Caribbean accent.
Yeah,
That's like a very specific accent. So then you have to find somebody
I can't
who
think
is
of.
either a Caribbean native or is able to imitate that type of.
Yes, it's Sarah Boateng's Guide to Vampire Hunting. By Roseanne A. Brown. I love Roseanne A. Brown. But I listened to the sequel, and the audiobook narrator
Mm-hmm.
did that. Well, it's based on like Ghanaian, like Ghana folklore. So she
Mm-hmm.
kind of has that like accent. So if you want to look up who that audiobook narrator is, she might be an option. Um, and you probably know Bonnie Turpin because she does like The Hate You Give and a lot of other like books by Black authors. And I'm just like, whenever I listen and I'm like, Bonnie Turpin, oh yeah, I'm in for a good audiobook. Yes. I was brainstorming ChatGPT. That's the aforementioned it. Oh, okay, yeah. No, the details won't bite you in the butt. LMAE. Hopefully that's how I say your name.
Yeah, I think I always just go with LeMay.
LeMay.
I was like, I think it's LeMay. But it's again,
I've never actually
asked LeMay, how do you pronounce it? Is it LeMay or is it LMA? LMay.
LeMay is like beautiful. I'm like, oh my gosh. I need to use that in a story. LeMay. Okay.
I know, right? Especially with LeMay's picture of that like white bird. It feels like that needs to be a character.
Yes.
And apparently Zuko agrees.
Yes. Oh, my pen just died. Yay, I get to use a new pen.
Woo!
Woo! I used up my shampoo, my
Here you go. Here's another pen for you.
A pen and a soap dispenser, all in like 5 days. This is amazing. Oh, nice. You were responding to everyone.
yeah. This is something I've learned in doing like live streams every day. I always ask myself, like, all right, do I respond to everyone immediately? Do I wait till after the sprints?
No, that's
and I've kind of gone to this point where I talk during the breaks, but then if they chat during the sprints themselves, I'll comment.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. I'm curious about the Story Magic podcast. That sounds
that's a really good name. That's a really good name. I'm gonna check that out. Janine, thank you for sharing that. I'm always on the lookout for other podcasts. Because one of the things I did with Holly was my own podcast, which is Create Right Now. But I'm always interested of like what are really good formats that work? Like what types of writing podcasts do people want to watch and why are they popular?
That's so true.
It's called the Story Magic. I'm guessing it has to be about story development, and it's probably about the process.
Yeah, I'm trying to look because there's the Magic Story podcast, but that's for Magic the Gathering. So you have to make sure it's
so
the
Story
Magic, hosted by
Golden Story Magic on
here we go.
Apple Podcast. We cover craft topics like let's see. So Story Magic by Golden May. I'm assuming this is
Yes.
Let's see.
Here it's on Spotify. Ooh, making intentional writing choices.
We cover topics like story structure, character development, work building, and show, don't tell. We dive into how to grow your writing community.
This looks really good.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm going to I'm going to reach out to them. It's awesome. Janine, thanks for sharing that. I'm like always want to connect with other writing podcasters and communities.
Oh, Hermes was the tawny one, like the tawny cat. Yay, the Desolate Reader finished the story structure. Yay! No words though. Yeah, same here. I'm mostly decompressing my thoughts. I'm so glad I have good writing friends now. Yay! We're happy to have you.
Having a writing community is so helpful.
Yes.
Oh, there's the Hermes the cat. That's the Hermes the cat promo.
Hermes.
The Hermes the cat
promo. Yes. Unfortunately, it's not up to me. It's really because of Simon and Schuster and the booksellers. If she moves the date when she already moved the date, she was like, it's not gonna look good for not just like the company. It's like not just your book, but like the whole company and all of the books. So
I'm sure there's a whole political aspect.
Yeah. And so
we're moving it because of the election.
So like, I'm okay that it's being released on like I've come to terms with it being released on election day. Obviously, I'd rather not share my debut novel's release with election day, but I'm planning on having like a virtual party that weekend, and then hopefully an in-person like Barnes and Noble party the following weekend.
When is the day, or when is that specific day? Is it during the week?
Yeah, November 5th. Yeah, Tuesday, November 5th.
It's on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to do like are you doing a launch party the weekend before or after?
After, yeah. Like,
that's probably better. So then you can get like, people can get the politics out of their system.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I really wish it were up to me. I like begged her. I was like, I do not want my book on blah, blah, blah. It's going to get buried, blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
No, I think there's actually an effective marketing strategy for it, which I'm sure clearly Zara is probably, I'm sure you guys are going to do fine.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel like things have been, because we like pushed the release date from April to November, that's given us a lot more time to like promote the book and market it. You know, actually get a Kirkus review, which should be coming in August or September, which I wouldn't have had that. So
I'm curious, do you have any types of like factions in the book? Are there any type of like two opposing factions?
The humans and the magi, technically.
So you could totally do a play on the factions, relate it to two sides, kind of how like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon advertises. Play it on the politics, and then use that for people to take sides.
Oh, yes. Who would you vote for? The Magi,
exactly, right?
And then you
use red and blue color themes, so that way people are thinking of politics in the background and like, oh, I want to vote for one of these sides.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that'd be the way I'd go about that.
Yes. Thank you.
Like
I'm using the pen that died. Okay, here we
go. Elections is already going to be on everyone's mind. So you might as well take advantage of it. And plus, people are going to want to break from their elections anyways. Like that's
right.
There's just so much. There's just going to be so much there, right?
Yeah.
And it's like perfect for any young adult reader who wants to like, oh, cool magic powers. Oh, and I want this side to win. It's kind of like the same thing that they did with Twilight back in the day with Team Jacob and Team
Edward. Yes, that's true. I need to like have them pit against it. Like, which team are you on? And I want to do like a quiz, like what type of magi are you? I should do that. Magi.
Yeah, you should. You totally could. I'm not too familiar with what a magi is specifically, but that sounds like a great.
Yes, that was my take on just someone with magical powers, and I didn't want to call them like witches, so I was like, yeah, you're going to be a mage. So essentially,
I love that. I mean, the magi. That's a good. I think that's a good name choice for whatever the magic power, the magic society is in that world.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. Oh, LeMay. Yes, you're pronouncing it.
I'm glad that I've been pronouncing it correctly for the past like 5 months without asking. LeMay, I appreciate you.
That's why I'm sure she would have or they, I'm not sure, would have corrected you.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. What? You were already out, girl. Okay, yes, she is. That is the narrator. And then let me make sure she did the sequel. Yes, so Neela Nankani. While we finish going through the comments, I'm gonna pull up the final kitty race timer with 30 cats.
Oh my goodness, we evolved from 7 to 30.
Yes. So sometimes it's hard to obviously see the numbers 1 through 30, but if you have like a lucky number, you can say it, or a color if you can spot it.
It's okay. Even though Bluey came in 3rd to last and then 2nd to last place, Bluey's going to pull an underdog move and take first this time. I still believe in Bluey, who looks like
nice.
Maybe 26, I think. Seeing how many is before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think 25, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
I think I'm 25.
I always like as they start running, then I can see what the number is. I'm gonna go for. Gosh, he kind of looks like the. number 19 or 20. He's like between two gray ones, because since I went with Hermes, he kind of is the closest one to looking like Hermes. So whatever that one is, 19 or 20, as it comes, I'll see.
I think Zuko agrees.
Yes, Zuko. Check out episodes 5, 15, and 34 especially.
Awesome. I'll write them down. Thanks for the suggestion, Janine.
Yes, will do. Yes, I love Amber Clements. She actually was someone that one of the few people that I connected with via Twitter.
Who's that? Is she like another writer?
Yeah, her debut novel, I think is coming out. Let's see, Amber Clement, author. But I was following her when she was just writing and querying, and so I think we connected because she was querying. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Fortune's Kiss, coming November 12th, 2024.
Oh wow,
So she's a week after me.
Oh. Yeah, she's coming on the tail end of you.
Wait, how am I not following her on Instagram? Well, now I am.
What is she another? Is she doing a young adult as well?
Hers, yes, a YA fantasy for fans of Caraval, Hotel Magnifique. Never heard of that.
Fortune's. Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah,
she did a good job with the cover artist.
That's really, really good. Ooh. Oh, if she has wait, where is it? She could maybe be an option for Diversity is Lit. Because of the Mexican inspired world.
For Holly, for my audience out here who's not too familiar with what Diversity is Lit is, you want to share a little bit about it?
Yeah, thanks. So Diversity is Lit is a book club that I created in July 2020 at like the peak of the Black Lives Matter movement, because I wanted to like find a way that I could help uplift like Black voices and BIPOC voices. So for that first year, we only read books by Black authors, but now we read any BIPOC author. So we're over on Goodreads, links down below. And we vote for a book to read every month. And then we discuss that book on my YouTube channel the following month. So this month, sometimes we do like themes. So last month we had a sapphic romance because of Pride Month. This month is Disability Pride Month. So we are reading another contemporary romance, but it's Love from A to Z. Oh. And the main male character just got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, where you can start getting weakness and everything. So I was like, I'm really excited to read it because I haven't read. That sounds
like a good book.
Yeah, a book with anyone with it. But yeah, so if you're interested, and you don't have to like join every month if you're like, I'm not into this book or I'm really busy this month. So, but yeah, check us out and vote for fun books. We usually read fantasies, but sometimes we'll throw mysteries and contemporaries in the mix.
That's super awesome. And then you guys like meet up once a month and you guys like all chat about the book, like a book club essentially.
Yeah. It's kind of like a virtual book club.
That's fun. Book clubs are fun. And you get to nerd out about what you love.
I love it.
Whether or not it's good or bad.
The premise sounds like Squid Game. I am here for it.
Ooh, Squid Game season 2. They're probably going to release it on. They're probably going to release Squid Games on like election day just to drive.
Oh, that would be cool.
I don't know when season 2 is coming out. But...
Yes, and every December we read an indie book.
Ooh.
No, it definitely won't get pushed to 2025. That's for sure. Zara said that, because some of the books that were supposed to come out in the summer had to be pushed, but she said that Diamond is definitely coming out this year. So, if it was
originally at an earlier date,
it was supposed to come out in April 2024.
Oh wow! So it got a 6-month push.
Yeah, because we were kind of delayed with the editing. We were both sick for a couple months, at the end of 2023. And then just because of all the other books that were supposed to come out in the summer, mine and their like marketing team were like, hey, we want to have more time to market the book, to get pre-orders and everything. So then it got pushed to November, which I like agreed with, even though I was like, my book's supposed to come out in 3 months and now it's 10 months, you know, but it all is working out.
Just gives you more time to advertise it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because there's like a big thing that happened that like I can't share until October, which is sad. If I would tell you guys if I could, but I don't know if that like would have happened if like,
so there's a big announcement.
Yeah.
You're releasing it. Where's the countdown timer? I want to know this announcement already.
Yeah. I can't.
Big announcement. Everything changes. October 2024.
Yeah. Well, my Instagram is probably where it will be announced.
Cool.
But okay, let's start this final sprint.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. In 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. Now we can see what number our cat is. All right, that was the end of the final sprints.
Oh, 30. Where
30.
I don't even see Bluey in it. He
No,
didn't even make it on the screen. He's probably last.
that's the worst when like we're happy where we're just like we're on the screen.
I was like, he's gone. He didn't.
Oh
Where'd you go,
no.
Bluey?
Oh man. Okay, what did other people? 28, 7.
I'm like, well, at least he made it on the screen.
Yes. I said 19. 19 is there.
Ooh, let's see. It did. Looks like we got 7. Oh no, Janine, yours didn't make it on the screen either.
Oh,
Oh, Desolate Reader, yours also didn't make it on the screen. Oh, unless that's 28 in the very back, or is that 18?
28.
You see on
Oh,
like the very left side.
right. Ooh, it looks like a 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be
Because
18.
I see it on it's kind of cutting off on my other monitor.
Well, it's okay. I'm just going to say that number 2 is Hermes, and Hermes came in second.
Yes, yes. Oh, that was fun. So
Yeah.
even though we we didn't have like real well, John won the first one, so Hermes did make it on the screen. Yes. Yes, he did.
Hermes made it in second.
At first is the worst, second is the best. So
Okay.
yay, got a lot done that sprint. Yay.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's great. I feel like I was like extremely productive the first and second sprint, and that last one was just like all right for me.
Yeah, I got 104 words, which is more than 0. So
There
I
you
will
go. There you go. That's
take
success,
it.
right?
Yes. But I'm glad you got a lot done, and I'm glad you were productive in the first and second sprint. It's either for me like I'm not productive the first one, like I'm eating dinner and taking care of the
Mhm.
pets or something, and then I'm more productive later, or vice versa. Like I have more energy and then I like lose steam later.
Oh my God, trust me. I mean, regardless, I'm having too much fun writing the climax.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's so fun. Second in the race, first in my heart.
Oh, Marcella. I love that.
So is that story up somewhere?
So what's interesting with Hermes the cat is we never actually wrote a word of the story itself, but it's fully developed and fleshed out. And I offered it up. So I'm glad since you're asking that, I'm actually developing a community tool on my website, which I'll be launching soon once I finish putting it together. But I'll be launching it with all the Hermes the cat story development, and going to be offering it up to the community if anybody wants to do some free writes inspired by Hermes the cat.
Oh
I'm
my
like, I want to, but I have a scarecrow to contend with right now.
Yes, Scarecrow takes priority. Oh, cool. Then I could do some free writes and write fan fiction about Hermes.
Ooh, I know. It sounds like it's right up your alley.
Yes,
But
yes.
Zuko might get jealous.
Yeah, I think so. I'll be like, you'll be in it too, Zuko.
You'll be the other black cat.
Yes. Well, this was really, really fun. We had really good conversations, both writing and life related. So thanks everyone for joining. I really liked meeting everyone from Kauffman's channel, and hopefully he will be back as a guest for future streams.
Oh yes, Holly. Thank you so much for having me. Marcella, I agree with that. That sounds like a great idea.
Yay.
Aw.
So for everyone from my channel, do you want to remind people who you are and promote anything?
Aw, Holly, thank you. I'm glad that you asked.
Yes.
So for anybody who doesn't know me, I am once again I'm Kauffman. We've been here for 2.5 hours. I'm also outside of my the socials. I'm my business is The Creative Ghost LLC. I am a writing coach, book editor, and I like to throw in a dragon enthusiast. I love dragons. But right now I'm actually like this was not planned at all, but I'm running a holiday discount right now. I started at the end of last week on my writing services. It actually goes until tonight at midnight. This just happened to coincide with the end of the discount. So if you need book coaching, like let's say that you're working on a story and you're like, hey, I feel like I get stuck often, or I need motivation, or imagine you write like a chapter and you can get immediate feedback and it speeds up your writing process. And by the time you get through the end of the first draft, your first draft's going to look closer to a third draft because of you've had a coach working with you throughout the process. Essentially, the way I frame it is you can purchase however many hours that you want, and then you apply those as writer credits towards whatever you want, towards like help with emails, towards book development calls. Every writer kind of has different needs, but it is basically a full list. Usually the coaching service is anywhere between 60 to 80 an hour. Right now it's over 50% off. It's only 30 an hour. So you can purchase any number of hours. They don't expire. You could use them now if you're super motivated. You could save them if you lose motivation and come back to writing in 2 months. So, but now
Cool.
discount ends at midnight. If you want to like purchase some of those hours, reach out to me. I'll drop my email down in the comments. Kauffman at the-creative-ghost.com.
Yes. I'll make sure it
Thanks
lets you.
for let me do that, Holly.
Yeah,
I'm
for
like in my
sure.
spiel. And I'm sure it's also in the YouTube description down below as well. And I also want to give like a huge, humongous 100% thank you to you, Holly, for being awesome. I feel like we always have these really great writing conversations, and I'm like even more motivated to see how this how the second and third book of your series turns into a diamond torrential downpour.
Thank you. It's been so fun to have you on, and yeah, I'd love to have you back. So anytime.
Aw.
Well,
And
thank
thank you,
you.
community, for joining us.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining. I will be here same time, same place next week for the Monday motivation sprints. I hope this gave you a good start to the week and yeah, gave you a little bit of motivation and productivity. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.